Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European Indices for Tuesday, August the 10th. So today we're going to have a look at, the DAX having a short-term high here and one having a longer-term high up through here a little bit higher. So we're going to be from this wave 4 here to wave 5 here. We're going to be looking at two counts. So I think they're both important, so we'll take a look at both of those. In this bigger count here though, I do prefer the count where this is my little yardstick here. As you may know, the length of wave 1 here, we would want wave 3 to be this length or longer. It doesn't have to be, but it's the norm, so we'll just keep an eye on that. So you can see that we've got further to move here, and let's go in and have a look. So on the daily chart, this would be the sort of longer term view going up higher here, and there's a good case for that. And it's also nice to be able to clear the top of wave 3 over here as well. But the European markets, you know, they can get a bit slumpy, so around their tops, as we've noticed before, reluctant to move up. So we need to be a little bit mindful. So this wave 4 to wave 5 here can be counted differently, with this blue wave 1 sitting in here and blue wave 2 here, and having this as 3 and 4 and 5 and finishing just a bit higher. So we'll need to know where that is so we can keep an eye on it. That's all. It's on our website, but I want to talk today about it in a bit more detail on a tick chart. So we'll do that. So I want to move in a little bit further now on the 4-hour chart. So as you can see, I've got a few different sort of things going on here for this. Not to worry too much about the grayed out little areas. We'll go into that in a moment, but looking at this grey area here is 1 and 2 here and 3 here and, well, 4 over here. But we'll get to that in a moment. But otherwise, yeah, we've got this as wave 1 and 2 here and still moving higher here in that regard. So I'll just check the hourly. I haven't really just done that. I think I might just go straight to the tick chart if that's okay. So we'll go to 100 ticks first, and this will give us, let me bring in some more data here as well. This will bring us, well, there's plenty of data, isn't it? This is the shorter term count here. So wave 4 here, that's our reference point here. Looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for wave 3 here, and then an A and a B and a C for wave 4, and then that would leave us, so this is the sort of shorter term count here. So we'll just keep that wave 4 in view there for a moment. A nice 5-wave structure up for wave 1 and ABC for wave 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 1 and 2 here, and then moving in here a little bit further here with wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for this third and fourth here. A bit small on that fourth, fitting it in for the 5 here for wave 3. So I'll just bring that a little bit closer. Not that keen on this count, but you know, we're going to keep an eye on it, and an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here. Now this wave 4 could also just get a little bit larger, because the move down here could be counted as a B wave, so that would make a C wave here. So it's possible that we could put this B wave over here and wave C over here for wave 4, making one more new low in here before heading higher. So just keep an eye on that. It shouldn't bother us in the meantime, but just to let you know about that situation. But otherwise, 5 waves up here for wave 1 and back for wave 2, and then building higher. So let's just see if that builds higher through here first in that. But if it does move down here further, if it does come down further here, then you'll know that this wave 4 here has gotten a little bit more complex. But the takeaway here is that what we do need to look at let's just assume that this is correct for a moment with wave 1 here and 2 here, and then we'll be looking for wave 3, 4 and 5 moving up here. I'm probably being a little bit generous there, but yeah, that type of thing here. So we do have further upside to play out here. It's just that it plays out like this. So just to recap that a little bit in here and bring it all back together again here, we're looking for from minor wave 4 in orange to minor wave 5 here as a top here. Now, so that's the real conservative count, and we just need to be aware of that. And yeah, it's possible. So yeah, but now I'm going to go to the 20 tick chart, and we're going to have a look at this again, where it's a little bit different, where we've got it being a bit more bullish. So I was going to go to 20 ticks, so there's going to be 5 times as amount more data coming in, but that should be okay. So let me just put this in here as a reference point that we need as wave 4 here, and then looking at this here as a bit more optimistic as 1 and 2 here and 3 here, ABC for 4 here and up for 5 here to make 1 here, and then back for 2 here. And then we're looking up here in a nutshell for we've got this wave 1 and this wave 2 here, and then we'd be looking for coming up here to get this happening, so 5 waves up here for that. And then we would have wave 2 come back here, which could pull back 50 or 60% of from wave 2 here to wave 1 and back again, so be mindful of that, and then pushing up here higher for that into wave 3. So bringing that over here a little bit further, just to, that would bring us in here for wave 3, 4 and 5 here for minute wave 3 and 4 and 5 coming up into there, so finishing a bit higher here. So this is kind of a little bit more in line with the Nasdaq and the S&P to a point. So yeah, so slightly different. So in one way we're looking for a top here in one case, in the other case, this case, we're looking for higher ground to come in. Obviously the answer's out there and it hasn't sort of dawned on me just yet, but I'll keep at that. We're here at the moment, we're at 15,800, so you know, if you know the trading levels, you know, well, we've got 500, this is 500 and then 800 here. So the 800, you know, we expect the bids to be hit and it to sort of, you know, vibrate here for a while. So in terms of a classic trading levels pattern, we've really just got the arrival and the reaction. We're looking for the first high above the level and then the ABC correction, which if we're looking for wave 2, from this point here, we'll get that top there, wherever that may be, and we'll be back into this space, into that 61.8% mark there, roughly, wherever that may be. We'll know that once we got the top in play here for that. So that's the DAX in a way, in those two parts there. So what I do want to do now is just sort of compare these a little bit to the other market. So where's my, so this is the Stoxx 50 here. So with the Stoxx 50 here, I've got this also quite bullish as well. This is also on the tick chart. Here, we can have a look at the bigger picture in a moment, but this is 100 ticks and there's that much data in there. So from this wave 4 here, we're looking from wave 4 to wave 5 of minor degree, and we want 5 waves within that. So we've got blue wave 1 here and blue wave 2 here. So we're going up into blue wave 3. This market, the Stoxx 50's had a more of a nicer trend in here, I have to say. A bit more, it's got legs in it, so to speak. for my wine drinking days. Used to like a nice red with legs. So I'll probably drink again when I get to 70 or something, when it doesn't matter too much, maybe even 65. They say that you live longer, but you just can't hit it hard when you got to sort of have a breather. I hit it hard when I was young. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for 1 and 2, and then working the third wave up here. And we want the third wave in blue to be, well, it's just nice. I like to aim to have it at least the same, and then that way we can adjust it to be shorter or longer at that point, you know. So all said and done, it would be nice to be able to put blue wave 1 over here and blue wave 2 here, but I just can't get it in. It just doesn't work right. So that's where I'm left with it, and that's the same for the DAX as well. The FTSE is a little bit different. So just looking at this here on this, we can have a look at the bigger picture in a moment, but yeah, looking at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for 1 here, an A and a B and a C over here for 2, and then looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third, fourth, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third here. So we need this fourth wave to play out here a little bit further. So don't be shocked if it comes back to this wave 4 here, and then pushing up to minor wave 2. So minor wave 2, we'd expect a classic trading levels pattern there. So we need our wave 5 here. That should be roughly the same length as wave 1 here, and then that would give us wave 3 at that point, and then wave 4 we should bring it back a bit. So that's how that's looking there for that. Let's just bring this back into from 50,000 to 200 and bring this back into maybe the daily. I can't remember. I haven't done a lot of work on this market, but in the bigger picture, this is like where we're looking. And I'm quite happy with this. This is quite a nice count. I don't see anything wrong with this, you know. It's just about how we view this leg here with this. So just bring that to the side a little bit, and we're looking for 5 waves between wave 4 and 5, and that's what we were looking at just then. So a bit hard to go in there on that, but in a nutshell, all the markets with the S&P 500, the DAX, and commodities have already started to roll over in this wave 3 to this wave 4. So it's sort of, yeah, anyway, that's sort of where we're looking. We look for the top of that wave 3 and then 4 and then 5 to the upside. You know, this could be quite a serious top for the market, but at the same time, we've started to chat today in the S&P of having this up here as wave 1 up here, and coming back for a larger wave 2 back in this space, based off this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and 1 here, and coming back for wave 2. Now, I can't prove that yet. I don't have any evidence of that just yet, but that's my thinking so far. And the only reason I've got that for was based on the Goldman Sachs Commodity Index, which you can see on the S&P 500 video today as well for that. So, but we definitely need to get more evidence at that point. But either way, we get to the top here, we will be, you know, having a severe correction. So we'll be mindful of that. Yeah, so that's that really. The FTSE is a little bit different. So with the FTSE here, I've got this, well, with same story. We've got our wave 4 here for this, and we're looking for wave 5 to the upside. I'm just going to make that a little bit more present. Yeah, so the FTSE's also, FTSE's been a little bit sort of tricky, and I don't know if I've got the right count, but what I do understand is that we should be moving higher here for this, and I guess we could be really sluggish and put this little top on here and this wave 5 here, and then have another wave 4 over here, and then bring this way down over here and all that sort of stuff. So all that's sort of possible, but just a little bit more hopeful for a little push higher, and because I want to keep it in line with the DAX, and the DAX is not at that point just yet, so we can have that up there. And looking at this, let's have a look at this is a 4-hour chart. So I'll probably stop dragging this across all the time, and you'll have to look up here to find out what stock, but I'll always try to mention it as well. I just need to find ways to make videos shorter with less work, so less yapping, Pete, and more counting. So yeah, so in this space here we've got 1 and 2 here, and look, I'm really unsure about all of this in here. It's a little bit messy, but this wave 4 has moved sideways, so that's quite nice. Like I said, I could bring wave 5 down and put it on top there, so if it crashes below here, then we'll know that's the case. But otherwise we can expect the market to move back to 7,100 roughly for the 61.8%, and then move up higher from that point there. We should also bring we've got trades here, so we should just bring in some stops here. So we'll just put it in here. These are just trade suggestions really, and ideas. It's difficult because everybody's risking more than they should be, or all of these sorts of things all the time. So yeah, I'll just leave that under there where most people at the stops. But if this is 5 waves up here as an impulse wave, which looks quite good for that, then we shouldn't come back here. Do you know? So that's our backdrop there, our safety net. So apart from that, the trade's going alrighty. Yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. So that's my 2 cents today. So thanks for putting up with me, and I'll check you later. Cheers.